What is up, guys? So today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Rivals drama that blew up everywhere to the point where even sports teams were posting about it. This video is from penguinz0, aka Moist Critical. I do play Marvel Rivals a lot on stream and off stream. I'm not the best player, but my peak is Diamond 3, and I do know a lot about the meta and how it changes because I keep up with it. So I should be able to provide some input for this video. I just want to take a second to thank everybody who showed love on the leaflet reaction. That was my best performing video on this channel. So welcome in new subs. I hope you like the content, even though I do a lot of react slop, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for that one. But anyways, let's hop right into it. Let's see what old white shirt Jesus has to say.
I haven't heard of video game drama this big since the whole Dream Minecraft speedrunning saga.
Oh,
What's
God.
happening with the Marvel Rivals $40,000 tournament situation is pretty bizarre. In a nutshell, there was a Marvel Rivals tournament with a $40,000 prize purse. There was a player by the name of Kingsman who really wanted to take this seriously, making a mention that this money would be very helpful to him as a college student.
It's understandable to want to take it seriously in a tournament. Even if the tournament's not for money, you would think that people in the tournament would still try to take it seriously and want to win. Like, it's pretty common sense. I mean, fuck, I want to win in quick play. And that doesn't even matter at the end of the day.
And the rest of the team didn't seem to take it all that seriously.
Just
and
vibes,
eventually,
bruh.
when Kingsman was trying to, make changes to the team comp so they could better stand a chance at winning, they all attacked him, and eventually it led to him getting kicked from the tournament. His team then went on to place second to last in the
Second to last, bro, after he got kicked. Rip bozo.
tournament.
He dies. Okay, guys. Haste and point
Alright. That guy's cracked on magic. I will just say that.
proven right now. Do you understand?
No, it's
Well,
not.
you've been making
Yes,
me play
it
so
is!
close. I'm gonna
How
play
do you not see the
Chiral.
problem right now?
Oh, man. I've been seeing the Zazza jokes go around, and it's funny as fuck. I can't even lie. And I can see, like, she's 050 right now. It's like, switch off Widow, bro. I don't care if you're Lord Widow. This is a tournament. Do not pick Widow in a tournament unless you're literally #1 Widow, because it's not going to work. You're going to be going against Bucky's, Hellas, Phoenixes, Hawkeyes, all better aim characters than Black Widow. She's the worst character in the game, like, by far.
Wait, first of all, it's
that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing
That's rude as fuck. That ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up. Like, oh my god, dude. He's a better man than me. Let's put it that way. I would have fucking got canceled for being misogynistic. I was like, this stupid bitch.
too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value because
No. She shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm
you're
getting
only
value
able to
because I'm
rebuild them because
1v6ing.
Hulk isn't peeling for you, bro. Yes, Zazza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro.
Guys, you're getting value because they're focusing the Widow. What? Widow doesn't need that much focus. You headshot her twice and she's gone.
Why? Because they were hard. Like, 4 people are dying here. That means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zazza.
4 of their resources are all spent on Zazza. Okay, whatever.
I saw this a couple days ago, and I was so confused why anyone would be joining a tournament if they didn't actually care about winning at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So he is very clearly trying his best to help the team win. And they were talking about like how toxic and annoying and insufferable he was, things like that, which eventually led to him getting kicked and
Bro, have you ever played a regular quick play game in Marvel Rivals? You get told to swap in quick play. And that shit's not even serious. Like, that's how Marvel Rivals is. Like, you guys play the game, so you should know how people are when it comes to wanting to win. It's pretty simple.
being like disrespectful, that kind of thing. from all the clips I've seen, he never made any like personal attacks against anyone. He was never even like overbearing or like yelling and screaming. The closest he came was in this clip here where he's like, do you understand? Like, case in point, we should make a switch. This isn't working. Our widow is 0, 5, and 0, which is a very fair point and a good suggestion because it clearly wasn't working. They may have won the point, but I think it's a large part because Kingsman put the team on his fucking back here. Like 18-2, he was kind of going insano style. I don't know why this became such a huge issue for his teammates where they hated him so much for trying to win that they started insulting him after the fact. And that's where most of the drama stems from. Them refusing to switch is one thing that feels like it's kind of trolling and just intentionally throwing the tournament for the sake of vibes, which is weird because, again, just go play quick play or something. Why even bother going into a tournament if the goal isn't to try and win it? He made it clear he wanted to sweat because this would be very important money for him in his situation with college.
Bro, do you know the kind of horrifying, degenerate shit that some people would do for $3,000? Like, it's not too much to ask to actually try to win a tournament that's for money. Like, bro, if I had $3,000 right now, it would help me so fucking much. Like, I don't understand how it's so hard for them to see that 3,000 could help a college student and help out in major ways. I think it's just because they're like e-girl streamers, so $3K is like nothing to them. That's like 1 cent donation, I guess. They needed to sit out of the tournament, in all honesty. And for what I understand, Kingsman was trying to get him to switch to a different comp. And he even offered to play Mantis to boost Widow and play around that comp, regardless of the fact that she was on 200 ping, which you should not be on an aim hero if you're playing on 200 ping. That's like common fucking sense at this point. But anyways, let's continue.
Now, I also heard that when the tournament was put together, there wasn't an announcement about how much money was on the line. So I think maybe there was some confusion from the team where they wanted to just play for fun and sillies and goofies. And then once $40,000 was announced, they still had that mindset. Meanwhile, Kingsman really wanted a piece of that pie because it would be helpful to him. It'd be like $3,000, which is a significant amount of money, especially for someone in college where this could be very useful.
Exactly.
So that clashed where he really wanted to win. His team, who they didn't give too much of a fuck. They didn't think it was that big of a deal. So he, throughout like their time playing together, would be making like suggestions and saying like, hey, you know, there's going to be this in the tournament, there's going to be that, maybe we should look at this, maybe we should look at that. And I think they were just getting so annoyed that he was wanting to win so badly that they started to really resent him for it. It eventually led to like the bubbling over point where he got reported to the tournament organizer. They said a whole bunch of nasty stuff about him, and then it snowballed into what it is today, mainly because the team captain was so vocal about her disdain for this guy. She said things like, I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills.
He was nice about it. He was a lot nicer than a lot of us would have been, put it that way. And if he spent 20 years of his life inside playing video games, you would think he would probably know what's best for the team and the team comp in order to win, but they didn't give a fuck about winning because I guess they don't care about 3K, which is stupid. Oh my god, dude. All you had to do was not play Widow. All you had to do was swap. You could have swapped as anybody else. You could have swapped to Bucky, Hella, Phoenix, anybody. Don't play Widow, please. Like, even before this drama happened, when you get a Widow on your team in quick player comp, you were like, oh fuck, we're cooked. Unless this is like a top 50 Widow, we're fucking cooked. Like, anybody who plays Marvel Rivals regularly knows this.
You are also spending your time inside playing video games. You're a streamer. Why are you using that as an insult against him? I didn't really detect a lack of social skills throughout any of the footage I saw of them playing together. I guess you could make an argument that, you know, maybe his attitude could grind your gears because he was offering like a lot of advice on potential team comps, and he did multiple times mention like, hey, the Black Widow's probably not going to work here. We've got to be mindful of like dive comps, that kind of thing. Would you be willing to try like Bucky perhaps? And they would always kind of like roll their eyes at him and be like, shut the fuck up. Like,
Another thing is, she says she was a one-trick widow. Do not enter a tournament if you're a one-trick. Please. Just don't even enter the tournament. Like, you need to... Alright. You need to be able to learn how to play at least 2 or 3 heroes in the position that you play, whether it be DPS, tank, or support. Not only that, though, I would take it one step further, that it's good to be a flex player, which is what I try to do. I end up maining tank because not a lot of people like to play tank, so most of the time I end up playing like Mag or Strange or Emma Frost. But you should know how to play multiple heroes, just in case somebody counters your hero, because if you're a one-trick and you get countered, you are basically cooked. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna lose, like, straight up.
there's a clip I saw where one of them was like, you've got to just drop this, drop this, drop this. That's enough. Stop making suggestions, basically, about, switching. It's not happening. Look, which I think is a pretty hostile response to that, because this is coming from a place of him just trying to help the team win. I don't think he was being, like, necessarily overbearing with it
he
or
wasn't.
anything like that. He certainly wasn't really being aggressive about it. Like, he never got personal. He was never, like, insulting his teammates. He was never doing anything like that, from what I could tell. So I truly didn't see like a lack of social skills. I just saw someone who really wanted to win because there was a significant amount of money on the line. And if you're in a tournament, why would you not be trying to win?
For the vibes, bro. We gotta keep good vibes. We're in the tournament playing for fun. You know how it is, guys. We enter cash tournaments and just play for fun.
Team captain even made this statement saying, I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer. Which is a certified stinky comment for sure. That's a big time PU moment right there for the Jumbotron. I don't know where that's even coming from. His suggestions weren't heeded. Okay. He didn't start like, stomping his feet and yelling and screaming and pissing and shitting about it either. He's just like, okay, all right, we'll do it. We'll run it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. And when it didn't work, he did eventually say like, look, told you so, can we please make this switch, and then still got attacked for it. I didn't see any examples of him not taking no for an answer. Like, yes, he did make a suggestion multiple times, like, would you be willing to try this? Would you be willing to maybe switch here? What about this? But that isn't not taking no for an answer. That is coming from someone who wants to win a fucking $40,000 tournament. You then...
Yeah, they're the ones that didn't take no for an answer because they had their heart set on playing Widow in a cash tournament when nobody should even hover over Widow in a cash tournament. It's fucking common sense if you play the actual game.
Continued to insult Kingsman and I guess anyone that was supporting him in her Discord, saying, yo, Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't seen the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord with not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community?
Brother, in this case, sister, my sister in Christ. People are going to spread hate because if you go after their favorite streamer, you're going to get hate and they cannot control that backlash. That's just part of having a fan base. You can't control every single person in your fan base and tell them to not spread hate. All you can do is denounce it. That's really all you can do. And at the end of the day, people are going to make their own choices. Like, this shit happens all the time in the VTubing community. People get hate for the dumbest of reasons. That's part of the internet, brother.
Fire emoji. This one will really get your eyebrow in the air. So she's calling out the people that were supporting Kingsman, saying they're cocksuckers and how toxic they are. Meanwhile, she has been the most openly toxic, like vocally expressing her disdain for this guy and now like his community. And let's not get it twisted. I think it's pretty obvious. Most people have probably seen a lot of like really dog shit takes from people that are using this as just like a giant insult against all women who play video games.
I ain't gonna say anything.
That is absolutely happening, and that shit sucks. Those are some fucking losers you can make fun of. Absolutely. But she, from what I can tell when this message was sent, was talking about like anyone that was expressing support for Kingsman, and I'm sure there probably were some like absolute greaseballs that went through and said some terrible things, sure. But to extend that
Obviously.
to like anyone that was supporting Kingsman, calling them cocksuckers, I think is just kind of crazy. Especially considering she has by far been the most mean and nasty about this. Kingsman, from what I saw from the clips that were during this time, he tried to like actively say like, hey, don't go harass anyone and don't be mean.
That's literally the first thing he said in the video he posted was do not harass anybody. And if he catches anybody in his community harassing anybody, they will get banned from his stream. That's literally the first thing he said. Like, what more do you want him to do? He can't control each individual's actions. And also, I'm so glad Kingsman blew up from this and basically has a Twitch career now. I'm pretty sure he's bigger than everybody who bitched about him on his team. So, again, rip Bozo. You guys ruined your streaming careers over what? Just because you didn't want to switch Widow? Like, that's so dumb, dude.
You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, he was clearly upset about it, but I felt like he was doing, or at least making an effort to try and stop people from going and doing shit like that. She, on the other hand, was just openly attacking him.
Everyone thinks this guy's a loser.
Like a bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that. And we're still gonna play Widow.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
This is a clip I keep.
Oh my god, dude. Kingsman, you are a better man than me. I would have crashed out. I would have crashed out and got canceled.
Seeing spread around that first clip is when he is explaining like why the Widow's not going to work, and they're like, oh, great point. Go fuck yourself, we're still playing Widow. That's all we're gonna do. We're here just for good vibes, good time, and I don't care if this money means something to you, because it doesn't to us. That second clip, that is not Cece, that is someone else named Lucy, whom has deleted this VOD, so I can't even find the full context here.
Never fails, guys, never fails.
But from the sound of things, she is insulting Kingsman because of him expressing the want of the $3,000 because it would be very helpful to him as a college student. So then she's like making fun of him, taking the piss, even threw in an absolutely revolting 6'7" meme reference that'll make your skin crawl about it.
Oh, man.
It's just very mean-spirited. There's also another clip of her talking about it, saying, like, even if you support Kingsman, like it's fucking Israel or something. I don't even know what she was trying to say with that.
She did say that. She said supporting Kingsman is like supporting Israel. Like, it has any kind of correlation at all. Oh, my God, dude. I thought I was dumb. But there are levels to this shit.
That one. I guess since I referenced it, I'll show you that clip too.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways, whatever.
I can't, man. I fucking can't. I can't, dude. How do these people have supporters in the first place when they're fucking acting like this? I don't get it.
Whatever you have in your head. I have a genuine question. I
think everyone has a genuine question after seeing that segment there. I don't know why she would be saying something like that with this.
Because she's dumb.
Again, the whole VOD, from what I can tell, is no longer accessible, so I don't even know what the question she was about to ask is. But yeah, it's definitely not a good look, and she is very openly, like, making fun of Kingsman from what I can see in the clips that still exist of it. But this is not Cece. This was not someone that played on Kingsman's team. I don't believe. All of this is only the tip of the iceberg, by the way. It gets so much deeper. There was a Google Doc that was put out there from the Widow's boyfriend. The tournament organizer initially like doubled down saying, nope, I maintain my position here. He deserved to be kicked from this tournament. He violated all of our rules. And then today he came forward very somber, like, look, I know everyone's mad at me and they're right to be mad at me. I was wrong about everything. I looked at this misleading evidence. It was only from one side and it was incorrect. I acted too hastily. So now he's like singing a very different tune about how, you know, he's had this come to Jesus moment after seeing the other side of the story with Kingsman. It's very clear that he was manipulated by incorrect information. He shouldn't have kicked him from the tournament.
When they come in here, the people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. 100%. No question about it. Like, there's no beating around the bush.
At least he knows. At least he knows he was in the wrong.
I don't know why it's like difficult to admit when you're wrong and when you fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me anything was... That's whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Also, Kaplunk, whom was the boyfriend in this story, is reaching out with an apology, saying that he went about it the wrong way and overstepped. Zazza, the widow, told him to leave it alone, but he couldn't control his impulses. The demon had to be let out of the cage. Thus, he went in and started sending clips to the tournament organizer to kick him, the Google Doc, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, CC, the team captain, the one who was by far the most openly hostile to Kingsman and anyone that was showing any level of support for him, came forward with an apology as well, saying, "I'm sorry, I was going off the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up with 1,000 noties from the day before, and people had joined my server from Kingsman, having a panic attack, and I just started experiencing them. So in my freak out, I said Kingsman lacks social skills because he spends his time playing video games and such."
Woman faces accountability, has panic attack, never fails.
I was angry and ended up lashing out at him lashing out at him instead of his community. I deeply regret it. I apologize for flinging another insult out. It shows I have terrible character, but I will be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. A community note even got hot dropped on here straight off the battle bus saying, even after the initial situation calmed down, CC continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash.
I've seen
So that apology didn't really go as smoothly as I think she was hoping it would. And interestingly enough, from what I can find, Kingsman throughout this entire thing has tried to urge people not to harass anyone that's been involved in it. You know, Zazza, her boyfriend, Cece, anyone. He's been trying to like actively calm things down to the best of his ability, but this clearly blew up well beyond anyone's wildest expectations. And Kingsman actually was able to make over $3,000, which would have been his cut of the prize money should they have won the tournament, through subs and donations the last time he streamed, which
fucking W. That's how we do it. The world is healing, guys.
I believe was last night. So a bit of a happy ending for Kingsman. Not exactly the smoothest sailing for his teammates that were bullying him, attacking him, and insulting him. That hasn't worked out super well so far. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
Alright, see ya, Charlie. I appreciate the video. But yeah, if you're watching this, go give the original video a like and give him a sub if you're not subbed already. I mean, you probably are if you're watching this video. I'm glad Kingsman came out of this with the big W. I'm glad he's a lot bigger now because he sincerely is a cracked Magic player. He's really fucking good at the game. I think the other women involved in this will probably be alright because simps always exist. So they will always have their group of simps that will give them money that they can cater to. But it is not a good look. Definitely not a good look. The fact that they're women doesn't really make too much of a difference between about them being just horrible people in general. But you know how the internet is. I've already seen videos like, or posts and videos about how this sets women back in gaming. I mean, it kind of does because it gives them a bad look. But this whole situation was just a shit show that could have been avoided if they just would have listened to Kingsman. That's it. They probably would have not came in second to last either if they would have listened to Kingsman. So let that be a learning experience to people. If you're in a tournament, listen to your good teammates because they probably know what's best. But anyways, if you're watching this, I appreciate you. Leave a like and a sub if you want to. I'm trying to reach 1K by the end of the year if I can. And yeah, till next time, guys. Bye-bye.